Hello and welcome back to EDF3. Last time, we talked about some stuff and fought some big spiders with our new toys. Now we're fighting small spiders with our big toys. Yeah. Fuck it. Fire the rockets. Yeah, the big benefit of rocket launches isn't really the damage, it's the damage plus the blast radius. Because it can just... Yeah, look at this. Oh, there's more of them. Shit, okay, die. Damn! Oh, shit. That's, Look at this. Look at how many of them have exploded in one hit. But to be fair, it is mildly annoying with how many enemies there are. I am firing half blind here, man. Okay, come on. There we go. If only I could... You know, in EDF4, you could shoot at, like, a stuck trait, and there's a pretty good chance you'll toss it somewhere else. Not here, though. We'll switch to just the normal gun. Come on. Maybe I have to go back here somewhere. They are mad at me, but, where do they go? Over here, right? Yeah. Okay, there we go. Another problem, if they bunch up in the caves, the rocket launcher ain't gonna do you that much good.
Well, looks like we've just about got all the aliens inside the nest. Troops, take down any enemies in sight and withdraw from the area.
What troops? There's one of them on the other side somewhere. Oh, here we go. Hello. That's really it.
Think long and hard. Save current game data.
Okay.
Think long. Select a mission.
Did we get anything interesting? No.
Select a stage.
Oh, uprising. Well, let's head in.
We've got to keep fighting no matter who we're facing. Yeah! We'll join you. Let's go. Roger.
That's a lot of enemies on the radar. Oh yeah, by the way, I'm pretty sure the EDF4 has more, has frame drops more often, but like it'll drop to 30, kind of semi-often. When there's a lot of enemies on screen, it does look better.
The battle fortress X3 will
Oi!
be deployed to the North American front. The largest
You
battle
bastard!
is
Come here.
about to begin in North
Oh
America.
shit. I think we're being targeted. Okay, 10, 10, 10, 10. Yes.
They're too far. Don't waste your bullets.
Oh, what's it gonna do? It didn't even hit me once. Okay, to be fair, I also missed. Oh dear god. Okay, I think this is not... We're not gonna last long like this. Ah, shit. Okay, out. Begin directly firing. Come on. Oh, did we get him? I think we got him. Yes, he flew away. I guess the developers of this game took an extra page out of Ancient Roman Power of Darkside and the way enemies die in that game. That's a reference. I sometimes wonder if a lot of the references to games I make go over people's heads, purely because they're so fucking uncommon. A lot of the references I make are very specific to the stuff I've watched. Like, you know, that one Punchy video on probably the worst JRPG in existence, Ancient Roman Power of Darkside. But one of the things I find funny with ARPOD, RPOD, one of the things I find funny with the game is, like, Ancient Roman isn't even that awful to play. It's bad in a very... Oh god, the bike died as well. Only the helicopter remains, and I'm not flying that. Ancient Roman Power of Darkside is bad in a way that is kind of unlike a lot of bad games, where... Like, the moment-to-moment gameplay, if you at least know a few of the game's quirks, is actually not that bad. So, like, the situation you end up running into is, you can kind of enjoy the game's sort of, like, bad qualities without, you know, having to deal with bad gameplay. Because most games that are a failure on every single front often also have bad gameplay. And while the gameplay in Ancient Roman Power of Darkside is, still shit, it's not shitty in a way that is inherently, you know, frustrating. So that's kind of why, you know... Like, if Superman 64 was a game where you just, you know, was a game where, okay, yeah, sure, you're flying through rings, and, all the other segments of the game are kinda shit. But if, at the very least, the game wasn't abysmally also, like, you know, also abysmally difficult... it would have had a status of, yeah, sure, maybe the worst game of all time, but... it would have still, like, had people who bothered playing it, people who bothered saying, you know, yeah, this shit sucks, but at least it's so bad it's entertaining. Alas, no, there is really no way to redeem Superman 64. It's one of those games which you can't really do anything to redeem. It's, I mean, I've seen people try to fucking redeem Quest 64. And Quest 64 is kind of like Ancient Roman, in a sense where the story is kind of a suggestion, a lot of the stuff is super half-baked, blah blah blah, whatever. But it's not like unplayable trash, it's just kind of like really shitty. And I have seen people semi-ironically defend the game. I've even seen some people try to genuinely defend the game. But, like, to be fair, the websites from the time that the game was, like, ready to release really set the developers up for failure when they were comparing it to, like, oh yeah, this was the Nintendo 64's answer to Final Fantasy VII. Like, what did you think was gonna happen, dude? Well, whatever happened, it resulted in fucking that, and it's, how shall we say, not what anybody really wanted. By which I mean to say it was abysmally shit. And, actually, wait, who even made Quest 64? Imagine
Select your weapons before deployment.
Imagine a Japanese company. Yes, that's the one.
Up to 2 weapons at once. Save current game data. Select your weapons before.
They're still active with 128 employees.
Initiating operations.
Okay, set by release date. What do they make? They were making games on all systems with many games per year, 3D ones especially, with Quest 64 being in 99? I thought this was a 98 release. Yeah, Oh yeah, so for some reason, Imagine published Quest 64 like a year in advance in the US compared to the Japanese version, which I find kind of crazy, because what were they doing? I mean, I guess the main character is called Brian. Would that maybe mean it was a joint effort between Imagineer and some Western studio? Or did it maybe take a... You know, so many questions. Then, like, and I think we'll never get the answer, and if we do, I don't think it's going to be as interesting as whatever idea you'll come up with in your head. Because it's... I would be shocked if, like, nobody actually played the Japanese version. Imagine if the Japanese version is actually better. That's not the case. But if it was, it would be kind of funny. Like, if they had an additional year to fix it, man, I don't even know. Maybe they were just so embarrassed they didn't want to release it in Japan until, like, a year later, and they were like, look, okay, we have nothing to release this year. Fuck it. Imagineer is actually kind of an interesting company because so many of the games were abysmally fucking dog shit. Like, they were the guys who released GT64 Championship Edition, a game that is actually abysmal. It's like, it has GT in its name, like Gran Turismo, except it has like 5 cars and 3 tracks or something like that. It's an extremely small amount. And like, the vehicle physics suck. Actually, it's kind of harder to find things about it that don't suck. It runs at a very low frame rate. However, graphically, it doesn't look completely terrible on the city track, where it looks actually solidly presentable. That is the most positive thing I can say about it. No! You gotta be kidding me. I fucking rolled the tank. Okay, so I'm gonna go to one side, because there seems to be a vehicle over there, so I'll be going over there, fighting the enemies, and then I'll head back. Oh yeah, and these are the big guys, so you can't easily kill in one hit of this. Maybe the Goliath was, would have been a better choice against the red guys. I don't know. What if I go all the way over there and it's a fucking helicopter? I guess I'll be able to fly back with it. Oh shit. A huge benefit of the rocket launchers, I mean, you're seeing the trick now. Shoot at their feet. You can get a lot of them this way. I mentioned this earlier, but it's an easy way to sort of unsurround yourself. What do we have? The vehicle is up on the bridge. It is still up on the bridge. No, wait, is it a helicopter on the building? Oh no, it is a holobike. It is a holobike, okay. So not completely useless. So, we'll be able to ride it out of here once we're done with these bugs. Okay. Hello. So yeah, we'll just dash back to the bike. Also, yeah, the bike's controls suck so much. Is it healthy at least? Yes. It basically only knows forwards, backwards. It doesn't even move back. It only turns and goes forwards. Sounds a bit like a hairdryer while doing it also. So I'll just scoot around and pick up some stuff. Ow. Oh yeah, the worst part about this vehicle is that impacting things at a decent speed, which keep in mind you can't brake, impacting things at the front, I believe, or I don't know how they calculate it, but impacts damage you. And that means that, yeah, and quite a lot. So, you've got to be very careful. because you don't have a lot of health. Oh, they destroyed it. For fuck's sake. What are the chances there's gonna be a third wave? Third wave, man. It's gonna happen. Yes, it's happening. Oh, there's a armor and shit over there.
A large number of the enemies approaching from 3 directions.
Well, what is there to do except stand and fight? Oh! Why didn't I know of this here before? Okay, so... I guess we can try to use this. Just sort of spraying them works really well. Come on, yeah. Pop out when there's only a few of them left, because the vehicle is not maneuverable at all, and kill them. I think the sort of dynamic between the vehicles and EDF is, so the big sort of mech is meant to be really hard to maneuver because it's a positioning thing, you know? You're supposed to be in a good position and you're supposed to hit them hard. With a tank... Oh, hello. With a tank, you're supposed to maybe use it while retreating. Or whatever. Okay, yeah, we're gonna be in trouble here. But I'll try to see if I can make it work. Hello. Out of my way, please. So we just have to... All of the enemy bugs that have killed all the allies are in front of us. Which means that once we get here... we can promptly use the flames on the guys in front of us. And, yeah... obliterate the vast majority of the enemy, and partially ourselves, by just standing and shooting with it. Oh, fuck. Okay, I'm gonna... What exploded, actually? Wait, I was using a Wait, was I? Am I stupid? Maybe. Okay, whatever. So, as you can see, this worked out rather well for us. And, the guys following us are gonna be the last few, so... We're gonna just...
This just in from the North American front. The mothership has seriously crippled the battle fortress X3.
Shit,
The
okay, there's
EDF
one left.
combat units have reportedly also been destroyed.
What's funny is, when there's only one of these guys left, their attacks are kinda pathetic. This is why when one of the big guys is left in EDF4, I guess not one of them's left, but generally why they have the attack where they bite you and shake you around and you have to shoot at it while it's doing that to you in order to free yourself. It's because they found it was a little bit too unruly. Okay. There is the stuff that I came for. 2 weapon drops and an armor piece. I guess weapon drops are so RNG. We'll probably have so many of them here. We are gonna get all the things that are dropped in the level already, maybe. I don't know. Well, let's get the last one mission complete. There we go. Hey, we're even at full health. Yeah, like, imagine released oh, we got a new missile and everything now. We got a few new things.
Select a difficulty before starting
Yeah, 54
a level.
out of 100.
The harder the difficulty you
47
attempt,
out of
the
100.
stronger the weapons you will receive.
More enjoyable than Automobili
Choose your
Lamborghini,
weapons.
the
You may
tightest
equip up to
game.
2 weapons
Oh yeah.
at once.
Oh, that's good. That's a
Select a location
that's a
to save
good
your
thing
game.
when you read it. Hello.
Select a stage.
You're oh shit, wait, it's gonna be
Choose
these
your
guys.
weapons. You may equip up to
You know,
2
oh yeah,
weapons at
the
once.
game that you made is not as bad as the guys who made Superman 64.
Save current game data.
I mean,
Think
I guess it is a
selected as
compliment.
Initiating operations.
I'm gonna fight for you till I can't fight no. Move!
Okay, yeah.
Gunships are protected by a special armor. They won't go down easily.
So the solution to the red gunships is to shoot at them with the boss weapon. What do we even... Why would I... Well, Mr. Soldier, they're fast! But yeah, they deal a lot of damage when they hit you. But when they get up close, you may want to rocket them, because they don't have, you know, they can be stunned.
North American EDF Command Center
Oh my
has
god.
been destroyed. Their next target is the South American Command Center.
Okay, that's one of them dead. Where? Okay, hello. Fuck, I missed. Got two of them. Yeah, can you imagine? They're fast as shit, Jesus. Can you imagine how insufferable these would be if I didn't have a, like, really fast shooting sniper? This is why doing melee-only builds of some of these kinds of games would be impossible. I know, something which I find funny, right? This is an RPG thing more, but like, you know, whenever you have a game where you can do a bunch of builds, it's always a question of, like, can you do this, you know, if, for instance, like in the FromSoft Souls game, right? Can I beat this game level 1? Can I beat this game only using, you know, this kind of weapon or that kind of weapon? And then as a developer, the question comes, should you be sort of aiming for that? Or should you just say fuck it and balance the game around a player who doesn't only restrict themselves to one playstyle? Like, this was an issue in Terraria, where for a while, at least early on, before people, like, made the sort of classes between, you know, different types of damage, back in the day, the Terraria devs didn't really support the classes, so sometimes you would have a situation where, yeah, like, you know, playing as a mage, and there's a point in time where there are no good mage weapons, and the developers were like, well, what do you mean? You know, there aren't... Okay, so there's no good mage weapons, so can't you temporarily become another class? And then, like, eventually, due to YouTube and stuff, the developers were like, okay, well, maybe we should flesh out each class in each stage of the game. That's kind of where the Yo-Yo class and stuff, you know, started to develop. And I find it interesting, because on one hand, there's a lot of, like, coolness to be gained from that, but I also feel like you lose the sort of, potential to have, like, a sort of, like, a special power level, like, you know, in Terraria. Imagine if there was a class that was really good in the early game, but only good in the early game, or really good in the mid-game. By early game, I mean, like, you know, in the sort of, early pre-hard mode era, like, you know, and that sort of stuff. Imagine if there was, a class that was, you know, kind of busted in early hard mode, and then as you got later on, it kind of got unusably shit. I feel like stuff like that would, maybe, I guess maybe the throwing class is a really good early game. I don't know. I would have to do more research. But it's one of those things where I feel like getting the player to actively sort of switch classes and such to, you know, play at the highest sort of potential is an interesting idea, but it's sort of limiting. But then again, it's also kind of limiting to have to make every single class at a similar enough strength to where you could reasonably play as all of them, even if they require different playstyles. It's a tough thing to balance. I guess what I'm trying to say is that I understand why some developers don't bother, while I respect those who do.
EDF's North American Command Center has been destroyed by the mothership. However, EDF units around the world are reportedly still working together to continue the fight.
No, buddy, where are you going? Oi, over here. Fucking... It's still not listening to me. Come here. Yeah, they forgot... When they said they were really fast, they forgot to tell you they also do a... Yeah, I guess these are elite units. They have a special coding or whatever. Fucking... There we go. Shot him again. Oi! You gonna... Not even a weapon throughout the entire game. Yeah, imagine... Oh wow, thanks for saving the city. And then you just blow up his fucking house. With him inside, no less.
Choose your weapons. You may equip up to
yeah.
2 weapons at once.
Maybe these guys are what the tracking things are good for, but like... You're not gonna use the air tortoise on unknown.
Choose your weapons. You may
Switch
equip up to 2
to...
weapons at once. Select
Okay, yeah, sure, let's fight a giant fucking kaiju. What could possibly go wrong? Oh my god, they replaced its arms with giant laser cannons.
Reports of a new Ravager fighter that is over 120 feet tall. It reportedly resembles the alien life form the EDF has named Valak.
My justification for using the rocket launcher over the big rocket launcher is just DPS over burst damage, you know. Oh Jesus. My god, okay, that is certainly an enemy. Hello, buddy!
Be careful.
Yeah, you say is the giant enemy lizard. Like, how do you take, you know, a normal lizard, you fly around it with a helicopter and fill it with lead, but a lizard with laser guns? What are you gonna do? You're on the ground, he's gonna, like, trample you. You're in the air, he's gonna shoot you with the giant laser guns. What do you do? Okay. Well, it seems its weakness is getting shot at while it's firing. Oh my goodness. It can fire its eggs at us. It's brood. Maybe this could be an interesting, I have an idea. What about if there was some kind of alien brood war? Well, that sounds familiar. Somebody's gonna get the Joker making. Okay. The solution to this, again, is, to keep shooting at him. I don't want to be too far away so I can pick up his drops after he dies. And I don't want to be too close so he doesn't trample me. Hey, buddy. Yeah, an issue with these big enemies, I feel, is that, with great size comes, the problem of lumbering your weight around the map. But I do find the fact that the enemies are so fast while they're huge, it makes them actually sort of formidable opponents. Because if they were slow, then whatever, outrun them. But these guys can fucking sprint. And when they find your vehicle interesting... Oh shit. Yeah, bad things could happen. Hello. Film with lead. Huh. So what do we do now? fucking... No! No, you don't. Okay, actually, that's not a bad idea. We can... Okay. I actually predicted that. Sort of. Okay, so yeah. Shoot at him, and when he starts charging his attack, unload the rocket launcher into him. Shit. You ready to give up, buddy? Yes! Oh.
This is confidential. Now the South American Command Center appears to have been destroyed. Contact has been lost with EDF forces in the Middle East, Far East, and Siberia. It appears that we're the only ones continuing to fight back.
Well, we win! Where's the happy end level theme? Is there a...
Select your weapons before deploy. Save current game data. Select your weapon. Select a mission.
Convergence. With a section of our division, the EDF forces are on the brink of defeat. Well, we'll have to do that next time. So join me then, when we try to not have the entire EDF implode. See you then. Goodbye.